Hello and welcome to your video lesson for the week. We are on page 10 and 11 of Essential Elements. Reminder, I'm using the violin book. If you play viola, cello, or bass, you need to make sure that you're using your book so you don't get too confused. This book is focusing on our A string notes, and you'll notice up here we have a diagram very similar to when we learned our D string notes. What's nice about this is that we're starting on A, so the letters kind of go in order. Open A, 0 fingers. B is 1 finger, C sharp is 2 fingers, and D is 3 fingers. For cello, those numbers are 1, 3, and 4. We're going to go through these 2 pages. I'm just going to play through them and give you how they sound because a lot of them are very simple compared to what we are used to in the other pages. You'll even notice we have up the D scale, which we have already done a couple times. So I'm going to start at number 23 and I'm going to play through each one of them once, but you might need to slow them down and do them a few times for extra practice. Here we go. Number 23. Oh, it looks like I am missing number 23 in my file for some reason. Oh, I found it. Here we go.
23. Let's read D.
1, 2, here we go. Rest. Rest. Just like how we have 2 G notes, we have open G and G on the D string using our fingers, we also have what we call high D here. That's going to be for violins and violas, 3 fingers on A string, and for cellos, 4 fingers on A string. Okay. Going to C sharp. You can hear my dog in the background.
24. Let's read C sharp.
2, here we go. Moving on to takeoff. Takeoff is very similar to lift off, number 12 in your book, but now it's on the A string.
"25. Take off.
1, 2, here we go. Moving on to Caribbean Island. This one uses both high D and open D. You can tell the difference because high D is way higher on the staff and low D is low on the staff.
"26. Caribbean Island.
1, 2, here we go. Open D. D again. I apologize, I had some squeaks on my violin that time. See, even Miss Winterstein has some mess ups every once in a while. Much better. Let's go on to the next page and look at Olympic high jump. It's all the way up here, top of your page. This one also uses high D and open D. Again, you can tell the difference because high D is on the A string and sounds a lot higher, and open D is lower on the staff and sounds lower.
"27. Olympic high jump.
1, 2, here we go. on to Let's Read B. It's first finger on the A string for everyone.
28. Let's read B.
1, 2, here we go. Rest. 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 The next few are pretty easy. We're just going to be taking away our fingers, starting with all of our fingers on the A string, moving down to C, to B, to A. Okay? Here we go. Pay attention to your rests. That's the tricky part about this one.
29. Halfway down.
1, 2, here we go. D, rest. D, rest. C, 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 rest. B, rest. B, rest. A, rest. A real quick one. The next one says right back up. So we're going to be doing the same thing, but we're going to be moving up the scale, starting with 0 fingers on A and adding fingers.
30. Right back up.
1, 2, here we go. A, rest, A, rest, B, 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 rest, C, rest, C, rest, D, 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 rest. The next two songs are the D major scale. Now, we did this last year. I like to call it See a Little Monkey times 2. It's the same finger pattern as See a Little Monkey, but now we're just going to go down. So we're going to start with all of our fingers on A string for D. Then we're going to start taking them away for C sharp, to B, to A, and then same thing on the D string. The trickiest part is moving from A to 3 fingers on D for violins, or A to 4 fingers on D for cellos. That's part that you might need to practice getting your fingers ready for. Here we go, 31.
31. Down the D scale.
1, 2, here we go. D, 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 C, 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 B, 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 A, D string, G, 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 F, 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 E, 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 Now we're going to do the exact opposite. We're going to go up the D scale, and this is our last thing on this page.
32. Essential Elements Quiz. Up the D scale.
1, 2, here we go. D, 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 1 finger. Add another. F, F, F. G, G, G. Open A. A, B, B, B. C, C, C. D, D. Great. That's a lot to practice, but it isn't as challenging as some of the other pages, so I think you'll be able to move through it pretty quickly. Happy practicing!